Howdy folks, Justin here. Today we are going to hop onto the ladder with our Elixir of Light Feet, I think. Let me make sure that's what it's called. This is an archer deck I built where I wanted Elixir of Light Feet to be as effective as possible. It's not great, but that is the 2-cost support card that gives creatures cover. We're playing against Vince Cardi, the Immortal. So I included creatures that are, that want to stay hidden. Let's see what we got going on here. Our opponent on Battle Mage. I'm going to throw back everything but the Surin Pawnbroker. We have a second Surin Pawnbroker. So we could go turn 2 Raiding Party, turn 3 Get There. I like that. We're going to play Greystone Ravager and use our ring charges every turn for the next 3 turns. Afflicted Alit. So it's Prophecy Battle Mage, huh? Can we race Prophecy Battle Mage? Morag Tong Aspirant. So let's do this. Breakthrough. Swing. No punish there. And we'll get a build ourselves a new Morag Tong Aspirant here in just a second. We have a reasonable number of prophecies, as evidenced by cards like Greystone Ravager. I really kind of built this with the mindset that I would try to beat other aggressive decks with it. Enjoying a little milk, just got off work. It does a body good. Alright, opponent has Crushing Blow and proceeds to face. And we punish them with a Gloom Lurker. Yeah, gotta play the Gloom Lurker. And next turn we can Improvised Weapon Pawnbroker, maybe? The other play is Raiding Party. Keeps all of our dudes alive. I kind of like that too. Got to give a special shout out also. Zach Harris is turning 18 on the 11th, so if you could wish him a happy birthday in his comments, this is a fan of the channel. Happy birthday, man. When I was 18, I was doing some exceptionally stupid stuff. I hope you are behaving a little bit better than I was. Candlehearth Brawler with the improvised weapon on it is kind of interesting. Pushes a little bit more damage, sets up a guard. It's safe to assume we're going to hit a prophecy. Let's swing first. We did not. Okay. Well, there are a lot of interesting plays here. I think I'm actually going to do this to break that rune. Raiding Party and send both tokens face. I know, well, I'm going to send one token face. I want to be able to trigger the Surin Pawnbroker if we have the opportunity to. Hopefully, Zach, by the way, you like Archer Aggro, because that's what we're playing today. What was I doing when I was 18? My birthday's in March. I was getting ready to graduate high school. The U.S. was... What were we doing? George W. Bush was president. What music came out around that time? I don't know. I was listening to a lot of Tool. It was a good time. I've gotten better since then. So this is us facing an aggressive deck. Granted, it's an aggressive deck that's played Afflicted Alit, Crushing Blow, whereas we have played quite a bit more stuff, and we did have the ring. The Crushing Blow on the Morag Tong Aspirant was an interesting play from our opponent. I think that Candlehearth Brawler is, first of all, exceptional against other aggressive decks, but I think that this list will give other aggressive lists a real run for their money. And we're not even seeing the super secret tech cards that I've gotten here that make it, that are the reason that I built it. Fiery Imp. You okay? More Cool Gatekeeper. Okay. So that makes me want to play Candlehearth Brawler as opposed to Surin Pawnbroker Nord Firebrand. It leaves us without much on the board. What am I hoping to draw? I'm not sure. It feels like it'll be hard to lose after I play the Candlehearth Brawler, but you know, with the right prophecies, our opponent could get back in this. Opponent running out the clock. A lot of decisions to be made with Prophecy Battle Mage. Here we go. I'm ready, Immortal. I am ready. Okay, it's our turn. We drew Assassin's Bow. Is there a lethal here? Swing with both of these. That leaves us with 10 on board. So, not quite. Seems like it might be worth our time to try to get lethal off the Surin Pawnbroker, though. Let's do that. Let's play the Pawnbroker. Maple Shield. Not exactly what we're looking for.
My business is none of theirs.
I'm going to play this, swing for 7. Wow, no prophecies. Do I equip Maple Shield? I think we equip Maple Shield right here. We have lethal in our hand with a Candle Hearth Brawler. That has cover in case our opponent has a charged creature they want to try to take it out with. What stops us from winning here? I don't know. This has Breakthrough. It's going to be a challenge. My opponent's got a dangerous road ahead of them. Morkel Gatekeeper, sure. Sure. Yep. Gonna need Harpy on one of these. I mean, and you're still dead, but yeah, okay. I was gonna say you're gonna need a Harpy and a Spontaneous Combustion card. I know it's not called Spontaneous Combustion, but there we go. That's our first game. Let's keep rocking and rolling. See if we can play some of these cool cards that are in here. So maybe you're looking at this list and you're thinking, God, how does this beat a dedicated control deck? That's a good question. I played 5 games with this deck in casual to kind of figure out exactly how many Falmer and cover granting cards I could run before it just didn't work. And my one loss was to a Telvanni deck that hit me with 2 Drain Vitalities and an Ice Storm. You just kind of smork them down pretty quickly. Giant Bats are pretty good. I mean, I think that the idea here is that you really crush other decks trying to be aggressive. I will keep 1 Giant Bat. Here's one of my sauce cards. This is the reward for playing all these cards that grant cover, including Elixir of Light Feet. Every time this guy gains cover, you draw a card. You hopefully set yourself up to a place where you're drawing 2 cards every turn for a while. Lane changing this guy, granting him cover with Falmer, with the Elixir, all that stuff. We are going to lead with Daring Cutpurse. It dies to Sorcerer's Negation forever, but it stays out of the range of trading with a Wardcrafter next turn. So I think it's probably better. Alright, there it goes. Here's the Greystone Ravager and the Shadow Shift, which is kind of interesting. Opponent plays a Daggerfall Mage, for instance, to oppose this, and we Shadow Shift out of the lane.
I smell the stench.
Okay, Barrow Stalker. Actually, kind of have to kill that. Yeah, that does not do much for us. I want to use my Magicka effectively. Not a great move, but don't know what we're facing against yet. Could be a excuse me. Could be an aggressive list. Yeah, we go with a bad curve. Shadow Shift. Right. Well, let's Shadow Shift this guy out. Greystone Ravager. So let's Orc Clan Captain swing and hit a first rune Prophecy. You got it, bro. What do we got, Gosu Orc? We have a Lightning Bolt. Alright, we will drop down a Greystone Ravager. We are ahead by 10, and we are going to draw a card off our Night Prowler. So that is something that we have going for us. Haunting Spirit to make some trades. Opponent thinking about doing something, not sure. Maybe if they want to Harpy this.
Careful there, friend.
Wardcrafter. On the... Okay, alright. Gloomlurker's pretty interesting. I'm going to play Night Prowler first. See what we get. Okay. And then we're just going face. I'm going to lose both my dudes here. Hopefully, between Gloomlurker and Shadow Shift, I can continue to draw cards. I have quite a few prophecies. It's going to be a tough one to race. Our opponent has had guards and removal, which are, of course, our weakness. Let's see here. An elixir of light feet wouldn't be terrible. Might be the first time you've ever heard that, right? How are we going to do this? How can we race this?
Perhaps we can help one another.
Telvos Magister too. Right. Well, now we're just not winning this game, unfortunately. Shadow Shift. Let's play... What do we want to do here? Let's play Gloomlurker, draw a card. Candlehearth Brawler. Interesting. Let's swing. Let's Shadow Shift. Okay. Another Night Prowler. Let's Shadow Shift again to draw another card. And a couple more Agtong Aspirants and an Elixir of Light Feet. Alright, well, we are definitely doing what we're trying to do. I guess the question now is it good enough? All our guys have cover. We can continue to give them cover. Definitely eager to see how we work when we're firing on all of our cards that we put in here specifically to do this.
You must be cleansed.
Shadowfen Priest. Right. Well, we do have silence effects in our deck. If we could hit one of those. Hey, what do you know? Alright, let's do that. Let's definitely do that. Candlehearth Brawler seems like the best play.
Come on then. I'll even let you swing first.
It's a little awkward here.
I only need one shot.
But this doesn't seem too bad. We have a Night Prowler next turn. We have an Elixir of Light Feet, which is what we want to be doing. That is our draw engine. If they have another Telvos Magister, though, we're in serious trouble.
Praise to our unholy.
Lucian LeChance. Whoa. Okay. And Corrupted Shade. Well, we can go face for 6, which is not nothing. Okay. Hidden Trail. I like Hidden Trail more than I like Night Prowler this turn. Let's just push more damage.
I will have my vengeance.
I'll cleave your skull.
We can protect one of these. Let's protect the premium one. Sort of protect it. Give it cover so it's not going to die in combat. Now, anywhere we play Night Prowler, we're getting the benefits. Yep. Do we think our opponent has a Ward Crafter for this? Because we might not... Yeah, my opponent has a ton of damage on board. They have a Telvos Magister. God, I am super, super tired of that card. Holy crap. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is going to be a problem. Another Hidden Trail. Let's draw a card. Surin Pawnbroker.
Have business with House Halal.
Paralyze. Opponent has 14, 15, 22 damage on board. We're going to hold that paralyze. Hope for the best. We're able to draw a card off of our elixir onto our Night Prowler. It's going to take some work though. This is close. This is hairy. If there was an aggressive deck that was going to be the hardest one for us to beat, it has to be mid-range sorcerer, especially this one. So let's say they have 2 lightning bolts in hand. Assassin's bow.
Sorry it hasn't come to
Are we just dead?
mother of
Yep.
They make it too easy.
Yep.
I am ready to join the circle.
2 lightning bolts in hand will do it. Got a lot of prophecies.
You must be cleansed.
Shadowfen Priest. Okay.
Your reckoning is at hand.
Sure.
I smell the stench.
Yeah, Barrowstalker, absolutely. Absolutely. 6th House Amulet.
Slay the unworthy.
Old Velothi Assassin. That's game. That's game. Oh, man. Well.
Over here, this way.
Let's draw some more cards.
Well fought.
This was a worthy
I only
contest.
need one shot. Have business with House Halalu.
And let's give this guy the victory because he put in some serious work that game. That's why I built this deck. How many cards? 25. We went through half our deck as an aggro deck. Hell yeah. Alright, we're going to rock one more game with Falmer Tribal, which was what I decided to call this deck. I mean, it's not, but I feel like it might be the deck with the most Falmer in it ever. And our opponent's Shadow Shift. They like, oh my god. Falmer Mirror. They're playing Mage. They're a Prophet. Let's see how we do. I really wanted to queue into Halalu because I feel like this deck should just obliterate them. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? We have the ring. We can go 2-drop, 1-drop, 2-drop. Alright. I'll keep it. Gloom Lurker, Falmer, confirmed. Morag Tongue Aspirant, Dark Elf, but aspiring to Falmerhood. Aspiring to Falmerhood. Greystone Ravager, Prophecy card. Alright. Our Clan Captain's pretty good. We're going to lay down that Greystone Ravager action. Maximize the damage we deal. You kind of want control of the field lane, right? To make Morag Tongue Aspirant playable. Oh my god, my opponent is a legend.
Nicely done.
Nicely done. Yeah, we're just gonna do this.
I want to be an assassin.
I guess we're hoping that he doesn't get the scroll that deals damage to all my creatures. 2 damage to all my creatures would be terrible. That kills like everything in my deck. Giving things cover doesn't protect from that. Mage's Trick. Alright. You got it. You got it.
I am ready to join the circle. I will have my vengeance.
Yeah, I mean, we're all in, right? Except, if it's the wrong scroll, I just lose. So we'll pass the turn. I think those things cost 4. They might cost 2. I honestly can't remember. It's been a long time since I played it. Lightning Bolt on my dude. Sure. Sure. There's the elixir. Do I just develop the elixir? Cover doesn't matter at all against Mage.
I will have
Alright, what do we
my
got?
vengeance.
I think what we have is an Ice Storm coming up. We get a Prophecy. It's not great for us. Lightning Bolt. I don't want to play the Elixir of Light Feet. There's no reason to have it on the board yet. Yeah, just gonna pass. Just gonna pass. Man, connecting these last 15 damage is gonna be a challenge. Mage's Trick has done more work in this matchup than it has ever done in Legends before. Ice Spike. This is not the deck I was thinking it was.
Over here. This way.
So we're making Ice Storm an awful play. I mean, it's 1-for-1 against a 4-1. It's not terrible. It's not good, though. Ghost Gate Defender. So there are creatures in my opponent's deck. This is not an actions-only deck. Do you lay down a guard in the other lane? Nope. Alright, I'm coming in for 3. There's another Elixir of Light Feet. We're going to do that. We're going to play the Elixir. Blow their minds. Oh, you can't give guards... You can't... Oh, Vicious Drag! Nope. Nope, not gonna work, son. But yeah, we're in an awful position right now. We are not gonna win this game. Javelin. My other card in hand is an Elixir of Light Feet.
I will not fall.
Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Assassin's Bow. It's not ideal. I will be the first to admit that it's not ideal. Cunning Ally. Okay. So they just not have a guard? Didn't trigger. Mystic Dragon. It's not Singleton, because 2 Mage's Tricks, 2 Lightning Bolts. Morag Tongue Aspirant. That is correct. Let's go drop our friendo down here. We know they don't have a Firebolt off that thing. Firebolt off just unnatural. They're going to give themselves some keywords, perhaps.
Let's shed some light on
All right, that one did trigger. That one did trigger. They're looking for Drain if they play the scroll. Poetic Armiger. Regenerate. Nope. Nope. So we're hoping they play that scroll and kill themselves. Basically where we're at. I'm going to save Halalu Sharpshooter. I'm just kind of waiting. Our win here depends on our opponent doing some bad stuff, some dumb stuff. They each get 2 keywords. That's when they got Ward, Guard, Drain, Lethal, Guard, Lethal, Rally, Drain. Okay. Okay. Well, it is what it is, right? They're definitely swinging for another 2. Get that sweet Rally, sweet Drain. Back up to 14. Gonna keep going. Gonna actually keep going. Okay. Surin Pawnbroker. That's a thing. They probably have third Mage's Trick. Shrieking Harpy. There you go. Dark Rift. This is sort of how this works, right? Like you lose to. This is what you lose to when you play these kinds of decks.
with House Halalu. I only need 1 shot.
We're just dead on board.
Nothing will trace back to us.
Now we want a Prophecy at the top of our deck.
Time to fight. Time to fight. Attack.
Enjoy your cover. Alright, so, you know, things might work out. I don't think we have any defensive prophecies necessarily, but... Yeah. Yeah. We deserve this. We definitely deserve this. Could have killed himself with that spell. Went ahead and played it anyway. That's the kind of trooper that I can respect. totally respect that. That's totally reasonable. Alright, that last game was a little disappointing, so we're going to try one more time with Falmer Tribal, which is what I decided to call this pile. I am hoping that we queue into an aggro deck, which I think this is pretty fantastic at racing. But we will find out. Our opponent is Voporak, who is rocking House Telvanni. All of the creatures in our deck die to Ice Storm or Drain Vitality, except for the 2/5 with Charge, the Candle Hearth Brawler. There he is right now. Throw that back. I will play Daring Cutpurse, and I will Shadow Master it. We'll Shadow Master it. We have Shadow Shifts, too. Very exciting stuff. If appropriate, I might instead Shadow Shift Surin Pawnbroker to get that value.
What have we here?
Opponent's got a Thieves Guild Recruit. Okay. Giant Bat. Yeah, I think for now we're just going to Shadow Master. Give the guy cover. And if you've never seen Shadow Master before, I probably should have cleared this up earlier. Opponent also can't target it with actions until my next turn, so no Sorcerer's Negation for this guy. We have a Tree Minder, that's cool.
My scales move in shadow.
Shadow Shift again. We'll just Shadow Shift this guy over, just to cycle. Get a Greystone Ravager, and I will go ahead and play that. Have a second Shadow Shift at the ready. There's the Sorcerer's Negation they were excited to play.
Careful there, friend.
And there's a Ward Crafter. We can Shadow Shift out of that lane again. Gave that ward. Interesting. So if I swing... How do I keep as many of my creatures alive as possible?
Have business
I
with
think we're just doing this. We got to suppress, which is interesting. Let's see if there's an Ice Storm in our future.
your blood will speak.
No.
The Hist provides.
Thorn Hiss Mage. We can push past the Thorn Hiss Mage.
Scales move in shadow.
They have a Drain Vitality. A Cruel Fire Bloom. Alright. There's a Morag Tongue Aspirant. Let's suppress. Let's swing face. I guess we should have Shadow Shifted first in case we drew a Hidden Trail. Just going to pass. Fearful of the Ice Storm. Very fearful of the Ice Storm. That's why we're holding on to our Morag Tongue Aspirant.
I have many important
And Kano will break one of my runes. I would love to play a Circle Initiate. Do you have another Cruel Fire Bloom? No. Night Prowler is great too, draws us a card. Let's swing, Night Prowler. Shadow Shift. I don't think we play anything. We got a lot of ways to win. It's Ice Storm, but we have a lot of Prophecy creatures in our deck. We have 2 Giant Bats for lethal. Yeah. Yeah. Charmer, when I showed him this list today, was like, Justin, don't run Giant Bat in your aggro decks. And I know he was just making fun of an old joke, but like, get wrecked. Oh, that feels so good. So we never got a queue up against the deck we actually built the deck to beat. But we did pretty well.
This was
I think this deck is probably better in tournaments than it is on the ladder, but it's fun.